Director of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Sam Raimi reveals that after the Spider-Man trilogy was complete and the rise of the MCU, the DCEU, and all the Spider-Man films happened, that he has not watched all the films. Not just the Fox films, not just the Spider-Man films, even the MCU films. He has not seen them all, and he's missed quite a few of them. And it honestly makes sense because, you know, it does. So again, Sam Raimi has been making the rounds, doing interviews, obviously Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, all the popularity and hype, so yeah, you gotta ask him about what he's thought about previous films, and everything Marvel Studios has done. And as he reveals, after he stepped away from Spider-Man 3 and went on to do some other projects, make some other films and everything, he largely just stepped away from comic book films. He says he saw the first Iron Man, he saw Avengers, those caught his attention, but beyond that, it was a few in between there that he saw, and then he landed the job for Doctor Strange 2. Otherwise, he literally did not watch them. The Fox films that were happening at the time, you know, the DC films, obviously he wasn't watching those, as he stated before. When it came to the Spider-Man films, he hasn't watched those. Like, he just didn't care about those, which, again, that makes sense. So I don't see a problem with this. You don't have to be a great director or even direct a film set in the same series or universe and have to be required to watch everything. I think that's actually counterintuitive in many cases, because then you feel like you have to pay off something or you have to set up something specific. He's just doing what Marvel Studios told him and what's in the script, and that's what they're focusing on. And we've learned from many people that have worked with the MCU and revealed it recently. They specifically didn't read comics. They have no idea about what happens in the comics or any of the characters. They literally were just brought on to work on this project and given these parameters. And he's like that, and I honestly think that's great. Before people come out and start bashing this or him or whatever, remember, Zack Snyder stated multiple times he thought Superman was stupid. There you go, right? He thought DC as a whole was kind of pointless and dumb, as he said, because Watchmen is the good stuff. But look where he ended up, and people praise him. Let's just let the directors who they pick as the best choice do what they want and hopefully deliver the best product. They don't need to be required to do all this schoolwork and have this encyclopedic knowledge of that one time that Doctor Strange in panel 13 of issue 78 suddenly stubbed his toe and he saw eternity, and that has to pay off in Guardians 3 because eternity, like, no, just let's not go there. Let's just let them make good films, right? Remember, some of your favorite MCU films were directed by people who never read the actual comics or cared about the characters.